You spend hours crafting what you think is the perfect email in Klaviyo. You obsess over the copy, you tweak the design, you hit send, and then nothing. Well, not nothing. The open rates are decent, but the sales are flat and your click-through rates are just sad. You're starting to wonder if people just don't like your product. But I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. The problem is 5 hidden mistakes in your email templates, and they are actively sabotaging every single campaign you send. Today, we're going to fix them. Hi, my friend. My name is Liesel, and for the last 7 years, I've been in the trenches with e-commerce brands, helping them scale from 0 to 7 figures and beyond, mostly through email. I've seen the inside of hundreds of Klaviyo accounts, and I've watched brands make the same handful of costly mistakes over and over again. These aren't some super complex coding errors. They're foundational issues in your templates that once you fix them, can completely change the game for your email marketing revenue. The truth is, the problem isn't your hustle, and it's probably not your product. It's the silent sales killer hiding in plain sight inside your Klaviyo templates. By the end of this video, you won't just know what these 5 mistakes are, but you'll have a clear step-by-step plan and checklist to get them out of your account for good. Okay, let's start with the first and maybe the most frustrating mistake of them all. The first mistake is one I see all the time, and it's a massive trust breaker. Your templates might be showing broken or missing dynamic product data. A customer just gave you their hard-earned money, they're excited, they open their order confirmation email, and right where a beautiful picture of their new product should be, they get a gray box with a broken image icon. This pops up constantly in your most important automated emails, such as order confirmations, shipping updates, and especially your abandoned cart and browse abandonment flows. Those are so important because that is exactly where you have low-hanging fruit. That person was ready to purchase and it might have just taken that one reminder to get them to actually give you their credit card details. So why is this so bad? Because these automated emails have some of the highest opening engagement rates you will ever see. Your customers are literally looking for them. When a customer sees a broken image at this critical moment in the buyer journey, it instantly cheapens your brand. It screams unprofessional and plants a tiny seed of doubt. Did they even get my order right? Is this company legit? And that doubt kills excitement. It erodes trust and it tanks your chances of getting an immediate second purchase. Your highest engagement emails are actively working against you. So, how do we fix it? It's usually a simple mismatch between your template code and your product catalog data. First, inside the Klaviyo template editor, stop just looking at the default preview. You have to preview the email using real data. Find the preview button and choose preview with recent events. Now pick a recent placed order or viewed product event if you are checking your abandoned cart that you know has product info attached. 9 times out of 10, you'll see the error pop right up. The problem is almost always the dynamic variable in your template. Now what happens is the template is trying to pull a product image using a specific code path, something like the one that I got on screen here. But keep in mind, that's just an example path. Your store might send data using a slightly different structure. You need to click on the event in the previewer, find the actual path to the image URL in your store's data, and update the variable in your product block to match it perfectly. And a huge tip about the unsubscribe tag. For a purely transactional email like a shipping notice, you can remove it. But if you add any marketing content like a check out our new collection banner, you are legally required to include an unsubscribe link. So don't get yourself into compliance trouble. Now, mistake number 2 is falling into the more is more trap. You build these overstuffed templates with a dozen different links and competing calls to action. There's a hero image, then 3 product features, then a link to your blog, then a follow us on social section. It's total chaos. And why does this kill your sales? Well, 2 reasons. First, it can hurt your deliverability because inbox providers like Gmail and Outlook are smart. Their algorithms analyze your content. And while a few links are fine and obviously recommended, an email packed with them, plus spammy sounding phrases, can be a red flag. It's one of many signals they use alongside your sender reputation and user engagement that can contribute to landing you in the promotions tab or worse, the spam folder. Second, even if you reach the inbox, you're causing decision paralysis. When a reader sees 10 different places to click, they get overwhelmed. And what does an overwhelmed person do? Nothing. They just close the email. The one real goal you had for that campaign, to sell a specific product or announce a sale or get them to read a blog, gets totally lost in the noise you created. And a confused mind never buys. So stick to one goal per email. The solution is radical simplification. Every single email needs one job, one main call to action. Here's your fix. Open your template and start stripping things away. You want a clean, logical hierarchy. Start with a hero image, add a headline that states the email's purpose, and follow it with a short, punchy block of text. Then your single, clear, primary call to action button. And if you feel you absolutely must have secondary links, tuck them away in the footer. Use Klaviyo's editor to build clean, single column sections. They stack beautifully on mobile and add plenty of white space and let your content breathe. The goal isn't to show a customer your entire catalog in one email. It's to get them to make one click that leads them to your site. That's it. A focused template will boost your click-through rate and help you stay on the good side of inbox filters. Now, the third mistake is a cardinal sin in modern e-commerce, not designing for mobile first. You build your email on a big desktop monitor where it looks gorgeous and you hit send. But on a phone, the text is microscopic. The buttons are impossible to tap with a thumb, and the whole thing is a jumbled mess. Let's be real. Industry benchmarks show that well over half of all emails are opened on a mobile device. And for many brands, that number is closer to 70 or even 80%. So if your email looks broken on a small screen, it gets deleted in under 3 seconds. You're throwing away the majority of your potential sales. And worse, by not designing for accessibility, like adding alt text to images, you're creating a terrible experience for people on slow connections or who use screen radars. That doesn't just lose a sale. It shows a lack of care that can hurt your brand. If you're finding this helpful, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. I drop videos like this every week to help you scale your brand. Now, the fix for this is baked right into Klaviyo and should be a non-negotiable part of your process. First, always use responsive, single column layouts whenever possible. They are the most foolproof way to ensure your email looks great when it stacks on a phone. Second, mind your sizes. As a best practice, your body text on mobile should be at least 16 pixels. It just makes it easier to read. For buttons, it's a great idea to have them span the full width of mobile. This creates a big, fat, easy to tap target for thumbs, and it's simply a button you click in your Klaviyo editor. Third, always add descriptive alt text to your images. If an image doesn't load, the alt text tells the reader what they were supposed to see. And for a product, use the product name. For a lifestyle shot, describe the scene. It preserves the meaning of your email when the visuals fail. And before you send anything, use Klaviyo's preview tool to toggle between desktop and mobile views. Even better, send a real test email to yourself and open it on your phone. This 5-minute check is the difference between a campaign that converts and one that gets deleted. Okay, let's zoom out from the editor and talk strategy for a sec. Mistake number 4 is consistently sending low engagement templates that are slowly poisoning your sender reputation. You might think that as long as your emails aren't bouncing, everything's fine, but that is a dangerous assumption. Mailbox providers are watching everything. They track opens, clicks, spam complaints, and even who just ignores you. When your templates are consistently cluttered, irrelevant, or hard to read, they produce low engagement. And here's why this is a silent killer. Those low engagement signals tell providers like Gmail that their users don't find your emails valuable. And over time, they start filtering you away from the primary inbox. You'll see your open rates start to slide from 40% down to 10%. And you'll blame your subject lines. But the real issue is a deliverability crisis. Your sender reputation is in the gutter, and now even your best emails aren't being seen. The fix here is twofold. Improve your templates with the advice we've already covered and get smart about who you're sending to. First, live in your Klaviyo analytics. Monitor your open rates, spam complaint rates, and especially your click rates. While you should look at a range of KPIs like revenue per recipient, your click through rate is a powerful indicator of how effective your template's content and design are. Second, you have to use engagement based segmentation. Stop blasting your entire list. Create segments of people who have opened or clicked an email in the last 30, 60, or 90 days. Send your frequent campaigns to this highly engaged group. And for your less engaged folks, send them emails less often, maybe only your absolute best promotions once a month. And finally, you must clean your list. Use a re-engagement flow to try and win back subscribers. And if they still don't engage, use the sunset flow to automatically suppress them. Removing inactive profiles tells inbox providers that you're a responsible sender, which is vital for protecting your reputation. The fifth and final mistake is the most technical, but it's the absolute foundation of your entire email program. You could have the world's most perfect template, but it's worthless if you ignore your sending authentication. This is like building a beautiful Formula One car, but forgetting to put an engine in it. So many brands skip this because it seems intimidating, but it is not optional anymore. Without proper authentication, inbox providers can't verify that your emails are actually from you. They see your mail as suspicious by default. Now, what does that mean for sales? A huge chunk of your emails will either be rejected outright or sent straight to spam. You can tweak your design all day, but you can't fix a fundamental inboxing problem that stems from a lack of trust at the technical level. This isn't about the message in the envelope. It's about the envelope itself. And if the envelope looks sketchy, it goes in the trash. The good news is this is a one-time fix. The solution is to set up a branded sending domain and configure your authentication records, specifically SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. Here's what that means. Instead of sending from a shared Klaviyo domain, you'll be sending from a domain you own, like send.yourbrand.com. This builds your reputation. And inside Klaviyo, you can go to settings, find domains and hosting, and follow their guide. Klaviyo will give you a few records, SPF and DKIM, to add to your domain provider's settings, like your GoDaddy or Namecheap, or for those on Shopify, it's often hosted in Shopify. But don't stop there. As of 2024, for sending to Google and Yahoo inboxes, a DMARC policy isn't just a suggestion, it's a requirement for bulk senders. So you also need to have a one-click unsubscribe option in your marketing emails. This sounds complex, but Klaviyo's guides walk you through it. It's a 15-minute setup that will have a bigger impact on your deliverability than any design tweak you could ever make. So don't skip it. You can find the links in the PDF guide that I have linked in the show notes. All right, that was a lot. So let's recap the 5 mistakes that have been quietly killing your sales. 1. Broken dynamic product data. Fix it by previewing with real event data and correcting your variable tags. Check all your flows for this. 2. Cluttered link-heavy designs. The fix is radical simplification and one primary call to action. 3. Ignoring mobile and accessibility. Use responsive blocks, 16 pixels or larger fonts, full width buttons, and alt text on everything. 4. Sending low engagement emails. The solution is to use engagement segments and sunset flows to protect your sender reputation. And 5, neglecting your technical sending setup. You absolutely must set up a branded sending domain with SPF, DKIM, and a DMARC policy. Fixing these issues will take you from feeling frustrated with your email performance to being in complete control of it. I know we covered some technical ground today, so to make it easy, I've created a free checklist that walks you through every fix we discussed with the links to the relevant documentation on Klaviyo. You can grab it at the link in the description. It's a simple PDF you can use to audit your own Klaviyo account quarterly. And if this video helped you out, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more no-nonsense e-commerce and email marketing strategies. And drop a comment below. Which of these 5 mistakes are you guilty of? No judgment here. We're all learning and growing together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy emailing, my friend. Bye for now.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong.